Oh, will you look at that? The new patch notes are out and a lot earlier than they normally are. I thought sometimes they release literally the time the patch is released. So apparently, I say apparently a lot, don't I? Anyway, there are quite a few things over here in this patch. We have CW Phase 4. I know nothing of that except that they're merging all the IS and clan factions together. So now you only have clan I and IS. So yeah, I don't know whether this is going to be serious or satire. Shit, I didn't think that's true. We're doing it live anyway. New game mode, okay. Hopefully it's an actual game mode, you know. New mech, nobody cares. 1v1 competitive map. Huh, alright, I dig that. New cockpit items. Yeah, new war horns. I always love myself new war horns. I'm not gonna lie, I actually like new war horns every time they come out. New decals, okay. Decals, I'm Canadian, hey! Gameplay updates and fixes, alright. Quirk changes, map pack and retrofits, blah blah. Marauder 2C law. Okay, so faction warfare phase 4, blah blah. So IS is one faction and clan is another faction, which would help with the queues a lot more, because here's the thing that MechWarrior had a huge problem with was queue segregation. Like, the queues were so segregated for no necessary reason, and with how small MechWarrior's population is, it was a terrible idea for them to do such a thing. I'm glad they finally fixed it. So blah blah. I don't know, man. I'm not really interested in CW, so I'm just gonna skim through this. It's probably the same thing, it's just that they're merging classes. Oh hello, what's this? Warlock tab. The Warlock provides a complete history of all changes in the Tug of War progress. Ah yes, cause like, okay. Blah blah blah. So it shows you the win rate of clans and IS. Yeah, that's fine, I can dig that. Alright, and unlike in the Sphere clans, each clan votes on a distinct pool of planets. Okay, so same shit, they just vote for planets which ones to attack. So basically there's two main new systems now. It's the Tug of War system and the fact that IS is one side, clan is one side, they're all unified, which is good. I like it a lot. Tug of War. The progress of an ongoing invasion conflict is dynamically tracked through the Invasion Tug of War tracker. This tracker is broken up into distinct segments called invasion stages. Oh, by the way, this is the first time I'm reading the patch notes properly, because I skimmed through them earlier, but this is the first time I'm actually reading them. So invasion phase 1, skirmish, dominate. Ooh. Why are we still using the assault game mode? It's literally the worst game mode in the world. Cause your enemy team can just rush base, and that's the end of the story. It's one of the worst games, especially for people who think that playing the objective is fun. Guys, standing in a box and not shooting anything is not fun. In Overwatch, I get that you have to stand in a box, but at least you kill shit on the way to standing in the box, and you have respawns, which make it so that standing in a box actually has a meaning, you know? But we don't have respawns. You might as well kill shit, because that's the more fun thing to do. I'm gonna be frank. Don't stand in a box, don't be that guy. Okay, so it goes through the normal stages, the normal game mode first before going into the invasion game mode. Okay, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm not really a huge CW guy, so we'll see how it goes. I can't really say, time will tell. Starting Tug of War, blah blah. They replaced long-term artillery for radar jammer, blah blah blah. Okay, so it works the way I thought it would operate. Okay, faction lobby. Okay, I'm not gonna read through all of this. I don't really care for CW. Okay, so new game mode. Hopefully it's an actual game mode that is good. It's an asymmetric game mode, which is what the game kind of needed for some time. I welcome it. Let's see how it works. Okay, here we go. So when you're attacking, you need to destroy the enemy Atlas VIP. Okay, he's probably going at stock standard 300 speeds, hopefully speed tweaked and not untweaked. If not, it'll be really slow. Defender, protect your Atlas, blah blah, auto win, I don't care about that. There are support towers. Each new map contains an array of capturable support towers at the start of each escort match. All of these support towers are under the control of the defending team. To capture a support tower, a mech must stand within its capture radius, 30 meters by default. When captured, support tower perform both of the following support functions for your team: ECM and radar. Okay, that sounds pretty useful. The radar, especially so anybody goes near it like a bumbling idiot. Yeah, And ECM also very useful. So that means that streaks will not be that powerful in this game mode. It's not like, I mean, come on, just bring SRMs, really. I mean, why do you really need streaks when you have SRMs, which are basically better versions of streaks and only really require you to aim? So capture duration, 10 with a neutral tower. Okay, this makes sense. And the capture duration is not that long, which is good. I like it. So that's one of the problems that we have with the capture game modes right now, is that it takes way too long to capture anything. So the fact that it's 5 seconds for neutral, 10, yeah, I like this. I'm fine with this. It's not too long and it's not too short. On the more animax, the capture progress will cease. Okay, makes sense. That's how it is in Overwatch as well. Okay. Capture duration not affected by the number of mechs in the capture radius. Fair. I mean, it's already short enough, especially with how slow-paced MechWarrior is. 10 seconds is actually not a lot of time. Marauder 2C, defense turrets, blah blah. Defense turrets have 15 HP, so pretty much wreck them with a single Gauss rifle round. Okay. We'll see how it goes when it actually comes live. I might be streaming during the patch day itself, because my papers will be over. And I will not have school until next year, so that's that. I don't know. I feel like playing MechWarrior again. Don't judge me. Marauder 2C, don't give a shit, because I didn't purchase it. 1v1 competitive map in private lobby. Okay, yeah, sure. I might check it out. Might 1v1 some people. I don't know. Depends. Vibroblade. We fucking Star Wars now, boys. Ram's Warhorn. That's an interesting thing for the Marauder. I don't think the Marauder is based on the goat. I'm not complaining. As long as it sounds awesome or obnoxious, I am a fan of that Warhorn. This is why I have the Jade Falcon Warhorn. It's obnoxious as fuck. Moving on, holiday items. Ooh. Not like you have any hanging cockpit items anyway. That usually dips your frame rate and it's an obstruction. New badges, don't care. New decals, fuck, I'm starting to learn from PGM. Iridani Light Horse. I bet the Iridani Light Ponies would love this. Okay, detail fixes, no issues. Okay, I don't really care about that. Mech collision improvements, because with the escort game mode, as Snakely115 has told me, they would need to fix the collision. If not, everything will bug the hell out, like the Atlas flying halfway across the map, and halfway across the map being the end zone, and then the game ends. So I understand why they fixed this shit. The work is required to implement the reliable mobility for the AI control Atlas mech at the center of the new escort game mode. Necessitated re-evaluation of mech collision code. It's about time, really, because like flying halfway across the map just because you bumped into another mech is really annoying. So we should have the great effect. Improve placement. This is long overdue, dude. Same for this one. And it took them 3 months. PGI. Alright, so they buff single heat sinks, nobody cares. They buff IS heat sinks, but they significantly buff clan heat sinks while reducing its health. The health doesn't really make a difference, honestly speaking. But I mean, we will see. At the end of the day, time will tell whether that is an appropriate balance change or not. But the fact that they make clan and IS heat sinks equal, I mean, as a person who uses a lot of clan mechs, I am perfectly okay with that. I mean, I love both IS and clan mechs, but as a person who uses a lot of clan mechs, I am okay with this. So they increase the heat capacity, and the heat dissipation rate is the same. So basically just got outright buff. The heat capacity being significantly reduced kind of screwed clans over, considering that clan mechs already need to invest a lot of heat sinks for how hot their lasers are. And the fact that heat capacity, excuse me, I burped, was, oh fuck, my neck, shit. Anyway, you can't see what I'm doing, but the heat capacity increase, I welcome it, but Fantastic Tuesday wasn't that happy about it. He was like, that was pretty much one of the main things balancing clans and IS, but we'll see how it goes. I don't really care about competitive MechWarrior anymore, so as long as I'm having fun with the new changes, I don't give a shit. Clan standard AC buff. Did they really increase the cooldown? Really? Really? Okay. And another nerf to Gauss rifles. Again. PGI, why? Why? Come on, man. Gauss rifles have been nerfed to the dirt already. Jesus Christ, and you decide to nerf them more. Okay, here's the thing I don't like about PGI compared to Blizzard. Blizzard balances the game around competent players, around the professional level. Well, at the bare minimum being the like diamond level, meaning the top 10%, all the way onto the professional level. That's how they balance the game. The thing with PGI is that they balance the game around the bad players. The amount of times I hear them, sorry, I need to rephrase that. The amount of times I see them balancing the game around players who appear to blame everything but themselves are the kind of people that PGI listen to when they balance the game, such as like, what was it? There was one thing that was, oh yeah, shit, I forgot it already. There was one instance where quite a few bats were complaining about X, but then everybody in the comp community, or everybody who's a competent player, I would say, basically said it was a non-issue. And then PGI decided to listen to bad players, and then we had a real upset for a while. I can't remember what instant that was, I just remember that it happened before. But PGI need to balance around the good players, honestly, because if you balance it around the bad players, it's gonna be really weird. You're never gonna have even, you're probably gonna upset the balance even more if you're gonna balance it around bad players, basically. End of the story. Because like, they don't even know what they're doing half the time, these below average players, I will say that. Machine gun buff, AO, long overdue. Okay, clan machine gun reduce health, that's perfectly fine, don't really care. But yeah, damage increase, so it has an extra, so it's now pretty much 1 DPS and spread reduction of 60%. So the spread looks a lot better, significantly better. You know, I was gonna make this video really snarky and satire, but it's 4 AM, I'm calm, I can't do satire right now, so we're just gonna make it a proper video. So basically, machine gun spread buff looks really good, welcomed. Okay, SRM heat penalty. Apparently, because I don't know whether this is because I've been spreading the gospel of SRMs or not, PGI has decided, hey, you know what, SRMs are too powerful, let's increase the heat penalty for them, even though we said that we want to remove ghost heat. God damn it, PGI, you contradict yourself so many times. So this basically means that my Splat Dog can't fire all 6 sixes all that often. I used to fire like a salvo of 6 sixes every so often, not that often. It's more of the case of I want the satisfaction of a one bang, or the fact that I needed to fire both salvos at once so that I take minimal damage, that sort of thing. This will not really change that much. It will just highly discourage people from alphaing their SRMs more than they already do right now. I'm on the fence with it, but hey, it just means that in my Mad Dog I just need to fire salvos of 3 and 3 and not just fire all 6 as much as I would like to. Oh well, c'est la vie. Targeting computer nerf, yeah. The Mark 5 needed a bit of a nerf, considering that the jump from a Mark 4 to a Mark 5 was really high. There's no point to bringing a Mark 4, now there it sort of is, so that's that. So quirk changes, we can look over here. They buff commandos, they remove, because of the machine gun buff, they remove the machine gun related quirks on the locust, which is perfectly fine. We'll look it up in the PDF later on, blah blah blah. And then, oh okay, the clan quirk changes, we'll look at that. Mech pattern retrofits, is that, ooh, Griffin got some. Ooh, I have to take a look at that, okay. And then patch files direct download, yada yada yada. Okay, now let's look at the quirk changes, zoom in here. So basically all the locusts got done to it is the removal of machine gun rate of fire quirks, which is perfectly fine. Commandos got a buff in terms of agility, so 30%. This is gonna help the commando a fair bit actually, the agility. It's gonna make it a really good harassment mech, because you can get in and out of sticky situations with the added agility really easily. That's that. So basically the agility quirks are the same across all commandos, but the death snail does not get them actually. That's surprising, but it gets a huge amount of armor quirks, which is good because structure quirks are kind of pointless, because once your structure is open, the chances of your equipment getting critted out is there. So, and when your equipment gets critted out, your torso, your component might as well not be there, so there's that. So the fact that they changed it to armor is a lot better, considering that armor can't get critted while a structure can get critted. That's that. Spider 5k nerf, rest in peace. Nah, not really. I mean, it will probably still be viable, especially with the laser. Yeah, it will still be viable. Don't listen to me. So the urban mech is gonna be like a Porsche Tigre for those of you who follow tanks. So yes, I watched Girls in Panzer, don't judge me. That is a bit of an exaggeration though, cause it's I don't know, they just made it tankier. They pretty much doubled its armor values. I don't care. The urban mech was kind of mediocre anyway, it kind of needed a buff. So hey, no real opinion on the urban mech buff. Jenna buff. Yeah boy. Jennas are fucking oversized, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna buff the structure. Oh hey, I didn't even realize that the agility quirk was this big on it. Huh. Where's my heat generation quirk? I need it on the Jenna F, really. The Jenna F really needs the heat generation quirk. Anyway, Panther buff. Small agility buff, armor buffs. Don't care, Panther is still oversized, still totally irrelevant in the current meta, especially with how big it is. It used to be a really fun mech for just running PPC harassment, but now too big, not relevant. And light mechs are just huge in general. Most of them aren't worth running anymore, especially most of the 35 tonners. Oh well, so we didn't ignore the Wolfhound for that moment. Okay, so BJ Arrow got a machine gun related quirk. Anyway, Vindicator, they changed the structure to armor, perfectly fine. I think they left, like, one of the variants had its machine gun rate of fire quirk left alone, which is interesting, but doesn't really make a difference. Oh no, yeah, it got nerfed, but it's still there. And 3 machine guns, 1 energy hardpoint, 1 missile hardpoint. The Vindicator is still gonna be, the 1X is still gonna be really bad, so whatever. Huh, I didn't even know it had this much agility quirks. It's still pretty useless even with the agility quirks. Phoenix Hawk, I do not care, most of them are machine gun related. Anyway, now here's what's gonna give Terrorbaiter a huge ass boner. Trebuchet buffs. So they gave them a huge buff to their agility in terms of their torso yaw. And arm yaw, yeah, but the torso yaw is the more important one. I like it a lot. 5J, ooh wee. Look at that torso yaw buff and the arm yaw buff as well. That's gonna help it a lot, considering that the 5J, majority of its weapons are mounted on the arms. 5N doesn't get the luxury of the added torso yaw, which is fine. The 5N wasn't really used anyway, it still won't be used. Here's something extremely stupid. Trebuchet 7K. 4 out of its 6 weapon systems are on the torsos. Why does it get an arm yaw buff when it doesn't need it and it can't make use of it, and people usually don't even use the missiles on the thing in the first place? I don't know. PGI. Moving on. Oh wow, $7M. Ooh, I'm a fan of this. Medium laser heat gem buff. I can get behind that. LNG heat gen. Okay, they buffed that. Okay, that's fine. Don't really care. Missile cooldown. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, not much. Victor buff. Hello. This was what I was really excited for. Was the Victor buff. So it gets the much needed HP that it so dearly desired. So now its structure has been changed to armor. Thank fuck for that. And it gets CT armor, yay! Especially with how big that rear CT is, dear god, I cannot put lower than 10 back armor on it. Because of how huge that jetpack CT is. Armor, the left torso, right torso, really brilliant. Unfortunately, they still haven't fixed the fact that the missile hardpoints on the Victor are really weird. You basically cannot run 3 SM6s in the Victor 9S because you are firing a salvo of 6, 4, 2. Yeah, fire in a salvo of 6. I think it will fire 4 salvos, so if fire 6, 4, 2, 2 or something like that. That doesn't add up to 18, I know, but you get my point. So it'll fire in like salvos of 3 or 4, and then you run triple SM4, it'll fire 2 salvos, which is really annoying. So that means that your SRMs do not sync up, and you have to have like half a second longer stat time in order to, you know, get all your SRMs on the enemy mech on your target basically. So I welcome the armor buff, but I still think that the missile hardpoint on the Victor needs to be fixed, because the Stalker had its missile hardpoints fixed, so it now fires 1120s in one salvo, no matter what the mech, if I'm not mistaken. Why can't they do that for the Victor? The Victor is in long overdue rather for a remodel, or at least a fixing of the model, especially with the missile hardpoint. Victor Gen Slay armor buff, and that's the end of IS. Clan is basically Nova and Mistlings changes. I'm not gonna even look at that because it doesn't really matter. It's fuck the Mistlings, really. Who gives a shit? Like, come on, what did they do? They buffed armor, okay, they gave it armor. They gave it machine gun rate of fire, energy cooldown. Is there any energy heat gen? No, there is not. Does not. Yeah. No energy heat gen work. Yay. And for the Nova, they just changed the what's it called? The machine gun rate of fire. Okay, doesn't matter. Marauder 2CB has a missile cooldown quirk or plus 15%. Yeah, doesn't really matter at the end of the day. The clan quirk changes don't really matter. So this is basically gonna be uploaded raw. I'm not gonna make any edits to it. It was more of a spur of the moment thing. I hope you all enjoyed this patch notes analysis video. It was gonna be satire, like I said before, but I don't have the energy and I don't have the mood to do it right now, so I just made it a more serious video. And to give my raw thoughts on the whole patch note shenanigans, considering that it is a really big patch, so I might as well do it, you know. In any case, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't expect a lot of MechWarrior content in the near future. I'm just doing this because I can, really. And like, I don't know, I usually just when I have another pack of beer, I will probably end up streaming MechWarrior drunk again, because that was legitimately fun. I'll catch you all later then. Bye bye. You can't see me waving. Fuck, I forgot I don't have the webcam on. Never mind, you don't want the webcam on because I do not have my shirt on. Let the image sink in for a bit. Teehee XD.